The soft hum of dawn is settling outside, yet your mind feels anything but quiet. You sit at the kitchen table, spoon poised above a bowl of cereal that promises heart-healthy goodness. And still the same questions echo. Why does my energy fade before noon? Why has my spark dimmed, even though I eat sensibly and try to stay active? You've remained faithful to every headline superfood and vitamin trend, and somehow the gentle vitality you once trusted has slipped just out of reach. Hidden behind those questions is a nutrient gap most doctors never mention, and today we're going to fill it. Simply, naturally, deliciously. I'm Dr. Emily Hart, an integrative physician who has spent the last 15 years walking beside women over 60 as they navigate the shifting terrain of hormones, strength, and self-confidence. If you're new here, welcome to a circle of warm-hearted learners. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss practical guidance crafted just for you, and let me know in the comments where in the world you're listening from. I love seeing this tapestry of strong women weave together across continents. Let's begin with a truth too many of my patients whisper as a private confession. I'm tired of feeling tired, but I'm even more tired of being told it's just my age. Fatigue at 60 plus often arrives hand in hand with subtle hormonal dips, particularly estrogen and progesterone, that influence everything from bone resilience to collagen turnover. When those levels lean low, the entire endocrine orchestra loses tempo, and the first note that falters is usually energy. My patient Helen felt it keenly. At 65, she adored gardening, yet after 10 minutes of pruning roses, her legs ached, her cheeks flushed, and she needed a nap instead of the joy she'd planned. She feared she was losing ground, when in reality her body was simply missing specific building blocks. That brings us to the quiet hero of today's conversation: pumpkin seeds. Yes, those humble green gems you might scoop from the center of a jack-o'-lantern or see packaged as pepitas on the store shelf. They rarely earn flashy magazine spreads, yet they deliver a constellation of minerals and plant compounds uniquely suited to postmenopausal women. Magnesium, zinc, iron, plant-based omega-3s, and a special family of phytoestrogens called lignans join forces in one crunchy seed. Think of them as nature's multi-tool. Compact, potent, effortlessly versatile. Why do these nutrients matter so much right now? Picture your cells as tiny engines. Magnesium powers the spark plugs that convert food into ATP, the molecule we rely on for every heartbeat, thought, and step. Women over 60 often consume less than half the recommended magnesium intake, leaving those cellular engines sputtering instead of purring. Zinc, meanwhile, acts like the conductor directing repair crews. It supports collagen synthesis for supple skin, fortifies immune function, and steadies thyroid hormones that influence metabolism. Pair those with plant omega-3s, gentle anti-inflammatory agents, and lignans that lightly mimic estrogen's positive effects on mood and circulation, and you have a recipe for steadier energy, brighter outlook, and yes, renewed feminine vitality. Helen's story didn't change overnight, but it changed quickly. We started small. 2 tablespoons of roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds sprinkled on her morning oatmeal 4 days a week. Within a fortnight, she noticed fewer mid-morning crashes. A month later, she felt confident enough to kneel in her flower beds for half an hour without that lead-weighted fatigue. The seeds alone weren't magic, yet they provided the missing minerals that allowed her body's own wisdom to shine again. Now let's unpack exactly how to invite these seeds into your daily routine without turning life upside down. The first doorway is breakfast. Swap sugary granola clusters for a warm bowl of steel-cut oats, then cascade pumpkin seeds over the top. The oats supply slow-burning carbohydrates, while the seeds add magnesium and plant protein that keep blood sugar from swinging like a pendulum. Prefer yogurt? A handful of seeds folded into Greek yogurt form a texture that's both creamy and delightfully crunchy, and the probiotic-rich environment helps you absorb zinc more efficiently. Lunch offers another opportunity. Blend 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds with a squeeze of lemon, a drizzle of olive oil, and a pinch of garlic to create a quick, creamy dressing. Pour it over mixed greens and roasted vegetables, and you've turned an everyday salad into an endocrine-loving powerhouse. Helen now keeps a small jar of this pepita pesto in her fridge. She says one taste reminds her that taking care of her hormones can delight her palate at the same time. Snacks matter too. Many women reach for crackers or a cookie at 3 o'clock when afternoon sleepiness creeps in. Replace that habit with a small ramekin of lightly toasted pumpkin seeds tossed with cinnamon and a whisper of maple. The spice satisfies the craving for warmth and sweetness, while the seeds supply protein and fat that stabilize energy. After 2 weeks of this trade, Helen reported she no longer needed what she called her emergency couch nap. What about dosage and safety? Research suggests that 1 to 2 ounces, roughly 2 to 4 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds most days is both safe and beneficial. They are naturally gluten-free, low glycemic, and gentle on digestion for the vast majority of people. If you take iron supplements or blood-thinning medication, speak with your clinician. Pumpkin seeds contain vitamin K and iron, so coordination ensures harmony rather than excess. Otherwise, they integrate seamlessly into ordinary meals and snacks. You might wonder whether supplements can replace whole seeds. Capsules supply concentrated extracts, but they often omit fiber and the array of supportive minerals that arrive in the complete seed. Nature meant these nutrients to travel together, and our bodies absorb them best that way. Think of a symphony. Isolating one instrument steals the intricacy of the music. I prefer food first, supplements second, unless a specific deficiency demands otherwise. Taste is another gift here. Those nutty notes sit somewhere between sunflower and mild almond, pairing beautifully with both savory and sweet dishes. Helen's favorite dessert now is baked apple halves sprinkled with pumpkin seeds and cinnamon. It conjures autumn coziness while quietly nourishing her endocrine system. Let's pause for a gentle check-in. If this conversation resonates, breathe in the possibility that small, joyful changes can yield big outcomes. Then exhale any self-criticism for not knowing sooner. You couldn't act on knowledge you hadn't been given. Today you have it, and your next meal can be the first step toward steadier vitality. Returning to the science for a moment, I want you to understand the roles of those lignans more deeply. Estrogen receptors exist not only in reproductive tissues, but also in blood vessels and the brain. When we lose estrogen, vessels can stiffen slightly, and neurotransmitter balance shifts, contributing to mood swings and hot flashes. Lignans in pumpkin seeds fit gently into those receptors, providing a soft whisper of estrogenic support without overwhelming the system. Studies show women consuming lignan-rich foods report fewer vasomotor symptoms and improved sense of well-being. It's as if the body receives a reassuring pat on the shoulder. I've still got you covered. Magnesium's story is equally compelling. After menopause, cortisol, the stress hormone, can spike more readily, amplifying tension headaches and sleep troubles. Magnesium acts like a dimmer switch, calming the nervous system and aiding the conversion of tryptophan to serotonin, our feel-good neurotransmitter. 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds deliver nearly 20% of your daily magnesium needs. Imagine coaxing your stress response into a gentle sway instead of a storm surge, simply by sprinkling a handful of seeds onto soup. Remember too that bone health relies on these minerals. Calcium often steals the spotlight, yet without adequate magnesium and zinc, calcium can't anchor into bone matrix effectively. Think of calcium as bricks and magnesium as mortar. One without the other leaves walls prone to crumble. By folding pumpkin seeds into meals, you're supporting skeletal strength just as faithfully as hormonal balance. As Helen's stamina improved, something unexpected happened. Her confidence blossomed. One sunny afternoon, she sent me a photo, muddy knees, straw hat askew, and the widest grin as she held up a bouquet of homegrown dahlias. Those flowers became her symbol of reclaimed vitality, and she told me, "Every crunch of those little green seeds reminds me I'm still blooming." That is the essence of feminine vitality after 60. Not pretending to be 30 again, but nurturing the vibrant life force that age can never extinguish. Before we close, let's address one more question I hear often. What if I just don't like the texture? Blend the seeds into a smoothie. Their mild flavor disappears behind berries and spinach while gifting all the same benefits. Or grind them into flour and whisk into pancake batter for Sunday brunch. Where there is creativity, there is nourishment. You've journeyed with me today through hidden fatigue, nutrient symphonies, and the sweet crunch of possibility. The path forward is beautifully straightforward. Let pumpkin seeds join you at the table, and let your body rediscover the energy and grace it deserves. If you're ready to experiment, pick up a small bag today, toast them lightly until they release a subtle aroma, and taste that first bite with intention. Let it be a declaration that you are worth every act of nourishment. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. Remember to subscribe so our growing community can support you week after week, and share in the comments the first recipe you're excited to try. Your ideas often spark inspiration for others. Until next time, take a deep breath, lift your shoulders with gentle pride, and know that vitality doesn't retire at 60. It simply learns new ways to shine.